Hello, you alright? Miserable day. Chucking it down. Could be any less enthusiastic if he tried. Sounds half asleep. This ain't the usual guy, is it? Is it? He must be ill.
Oh, thank you. I don't want shit, man. If you don't need another one. The only thing they could do is bring.
Some cross out.
The Blackburn Rovers, number 6, Sondre Tronstad.
First off,
I've got no knickers on. Come on, Raj, you played before. Come on, Raj. He had his 4 on, he's had his trumpet celebrations, hasn't he?
what's going on here? Get it up.
Well done, boys!
Callum's ready to score another header. Perfect time for him to get his goal. I can feel it.
Get him up! Hey, well done, Tyrese!
Should be man of the match, but he won't get it because he's getting subbed. Wow.
That would have been goal of the season, wouldn't it? God, he caught that so well.
I wish I did.
Nice.
He's walking around him.
Wind him up, Sonny, wind him up!
It's 2 ears.
2 T's.
2 ears. 2 T's,
Well, who would have guessed that before a ball was kicked today? I did predict a Rovers win, in truth. I did predict that on our most recent podcast. I went with a 2-1 win, but I never would have thought a 4-1 win. Couldn't even tell you the last time Rovers scored 4 goals off the top of my head, to be honest with you. You know, I know we scored 3 at Cardiff away, but 4, you might be going all the way back to the first game of the season against Derby for that one. So, yeah, by far, obviously, our best performance under Ishmael, and yeah, he took it in justly so at the end of the game, getting the applause from the fans and him applauding the fans. Which, yeah, I mean, it was about time he did come and do that, but obviously, you know, it's it's slightly annoying that he wouldn't come and take the stick, but he'll come and take the applause, I suppose, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, brilliant today, absolutely brilliant. Didn't give Millwall a sniff, really. You know, obviously they had the goal and they did have a chance just after Yuki missed an absolute sitter with his head. The Millwall players go up about 2-3 minutes later and miss a sitter of their own, dragging a shot wide, but you know, other than those 2 chances, they didn't really do anything of note all game, especially the second half, where, you know, obviously the game was over with, but you know, there were periods of 5-6 minutes or so where we were just constantly in Millwall's box. You know, they just couldn't get out at all and created positively nothing that second half. So yeah, just perfect game, really. Obviously bar the goal, but you know, tough in there. He couldn't really have done much about that. Glad to see him get his start off the back of that really good save against Luton, which did keep it at 1-0 for us. So, and he's took his opportunity with both hands today, quite literally. You know, catching stuff, which we just don't see enough from keepers nowadays, especially if mine goes back to Wobstead last season, who was our backup keeper, obviously. You know, he couldn't afford to hold him, and just everything was batted out, wasn't it? But yeah, I mean, just brilliant today, and I thought his distribution was really good, better than Pears in my opinion. There was one ball that went into the Riverside, which was obviously quite poor, but other than that, I thought he was taking some risks with his passes, but good risks, and even at 4-1 up, you know, was rolling the ball out quickly, getting us on the front foot, wanting us to go attack. And obviously Sondre goes and gets the 4th goal and Toff runs all the way up to celebrate with him. It was a great moment, that. And speaking of Sondre, wow, what a game he has. We actually give him man of the match despite him getting subbed off, which never really happens. Usually if a player gets subbed off, they never give him man of the match, but thoroughly deserved today. That was his first league goal and his second, and his second and third goal for Rovers. You know, that was the first time he'd scored since way back when against Wrexham. So yeah, it really has been a long time coming, that. And took both goals so well, didn't it? It's just a shame that Ribeiro's shot, which I managed to catch on camera, didn't go in, because that certainly would have been contending for goal of the season. He struck that so well, didn't it? But yeah, I mean, that team that started today, you know, all of them to a man played brilliantly. Even the likes of Ryan Edges, I thought had a decent game today. You know, I don't usually say that, but fair play to him. But you standout performers today. I mean, Callum Brittain, what a way to come back into the team and just slot right back in, and didn't look like he missed a step, did he, at all? I mean, wow, what a player. You know, he obviously goes and gets his goal, puts the cross for Dom Hyam on a plate. He's just so good at crossing, and you know, it is a real indictment on Joe Rankin Costello that Brittain just gets slotted right back into the team. And you know, even when Brittain's subbed off, it's Harry Pickering coming on to go at right back, obviously, who's a left footer, instead of Joe Rankin Costello. So I think the writing could be on the wall there for Joe, to be honest with you. But yeah, wow, what a game back for Brittain. And then obviously Sondre, I've given him his flowers, and then, you know, your front three, they played well, but yeah, definitely man of the matches today were Sondre and Brittain. And yeah, just it's the only thing that kind of tarnishes today for me is it's annoying, because you know, if we'd have played like this even a game or two earlier, then we would have had a chance of getting into the playoffs. But yeah, obviously it's just too little too late now, and it reminds me of the season under Mowbray, his final season, where as soon as we bottled playoffs, it was a case of we started stringing results together. We went and beat Preston 4-1 at Dunkdale, and you know, battered Birmingham final game of the season and scored 2 screamers, Diaz and Buckley. It's just frustrating that the boys seem to just get the weight's just lifted off their shoulders, and they just suddenly start playing football when the pressure's off, which isn't really a good show of character, to be honest with you. But you know, it's the only thing that kind of annoys me about today, because again, you know, we've battered Millwall just like we did under that John Dow season where we just missed out. We've battered Millwall and probably cost their playoff hopes with them not winning that game. And yeah, again, just too little too late. So, but anyway, I think there's definitely reasons to be positive. Obviously, you know, as I said, best game we played under Val by a mile. We're so comfortable today, actually starting to see some patterns of play, keeping the ball, keeping the opposition pinned back, and yeah, just brilliant. There's not really much more to say. I hope we go to Sunderland now, and you know, obviously they're not in a great run of form. The last I saw, they were losing 2-1 to Bristol. I don't know if they remain that way, but yeah, obviously they're on a poor run. They've got nothing to play for at this point. So, you know, I go there thinking we should be able to get a result. And then obviously after that, we've got Watford, who might have something to play for at that point, but we're at home. So, you know, I'm confident going into that. And then Sheffield United, who almost certainly at that point will have their fate decided that they're in the playoffs. So again, won't have anything to play for, just as we probably won't by that point. But I'm being optimistic, thinking that we could somehow, manage to get 9-12 points, and Bristol or Coventry just get none from the next 3. But as far as I'm aware at the minute, from the last I checked, Bristol and Coventry were unfortunately winning both of their games. So it is probably too little, too late. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm just glad we're in a lot more positive position than we were, obviously, even just a couple of weeks ago off the back of that Middlesbrough result. And, a really awful, terrible performance, and the result obviously being 2-0 down in 7 minutes, and it's just night and day from today, isn't it? Like, we've gone from getting absolutely battered in those first 10 minutes to the team who's doing the battering ultimately. So, reasons to be optimistic. I'm glad that it seems the fans have kind of got our fish mailed back after obviously 3 positive results strung together there. Nobody didn't deserve the stick by any means. Of course he did. It was awful. Some of the worst football I've seen those first few games, but it does seem that it has finally clicked. So let's hope it remains that way. And obviously, we can go into the pre-season optimistic and hopefully find ourselves in and around the playoffs next season, I suppose. But yeah, that's all from me today. I won't be going to Sunderland away, but you shall see me for Watford away. So yeah, just watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and big vows, Blue and White Army.